Hello guys, welcome back to the John Christian Studio Sessions. Today we're going to talk a little bit more in depth about layering. At least, well, how I am layering, because for me there are a few really important elements going on there. And one of them is when I say I'm going to compare that with a real orchestra, I think there should be one real instrument in every layer. At least when a layer really has to sound very big. So watch this. I'm going to give you an example about how I implement a real instrument in a layer to make it sound bigger. Check it out. Okay, so for this example, I'm using violins to make this sound bigger. I hope you all have seen the previous chapter about setting up the layer. There I've got this example already. I really want to make this bigger and sound a little bit more organic. That's the reason why I use the real instrument in almost all my productions, in all the layering. So what I'm going to do is use my Vienna strings, because I really like that sample library with the violins. Those are 10 violins playing staccato, and that sounds like this. There are a few other libraries which are also very good for doing this, but in my opinion this is the most well-produced bundle for using that. And if I just copy the MIDI to that channel, it would sound like this. And what is important here is that there's a really lot of velocity things going on, because different samples are being played if I raise the velocity. So this is what happens. But what I want to have is the biggest one. So I have to tweak the velocity here, because the velocities so far are just like my natural playing. So let's do that first. Then it sounds like this. And now let's see what happens if I route this to the same bus as the rest. And on that same bus there is a volume shaper, just to create that sidechain effect. This is what that would sound like without the strings. And then I'm going to higher the volume of the strings so you can see how it's been changed. This is what it is without. Oh, come on, I have to check here. This is without the strings, and now I'm going to higher the volume. At the end it was a little bit more exaggerated, but this is how you can feel, or how I feel that the sound is growing. Do it again. This is without. This is what I do with the real instrument. And of course, in this case, I also have to place that instrument in my frequency spectrum. So I'm going to use an EQ, of course, for that. And this is really about the higher frequencies. So I'm going to cut off the low frequencies because I don't need them. And especially in real violin recordings, there's a lot of sub-frequencies going on, which you really don't want in your productions. So I'm going to use a low cut and then put it on solo to see where the sound really starts to lose its character. Yep, obviously this is too much. Let's say this is the basic EQing, so let's do it like this. Then again, listen to the total package. This is with the strings, this is without. So now I have my organic element in there, and that's really what I want in all my layers. And well, in the next chapter I will be talking a little bit more in depth about layering when it comes to tweaking all the sounds, because now it's just well organized in the frequency spectrum, but of course we can do a lot more. If you have any question about this chapter or maybe another, just go to my facebook.com/DJ John Christian and leave your comments there.